Alright, but hello everyone, my name is Michael, and today we're playing some House in Fata Morgana. It's been about 4 years since I last played this game. A long, long time, actually. Yeah. Um, I'm only going to be playing, like, about 1, 2-ish hours, since this game requires me to read a lot of dialogue, so I'm going to have my voice be very strained, so this stream is going to be a bit shorter than other ones. I would love to do this stream for like hours on end. However, I need to make sure that my voice survives. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and announce the streams real quick, and we can get started. All right, where is There we go. Here are the links. Alright. I should have wrote this message before I started streaming, but I completely forgot to. Professional streamer, everyone. Okay. I also don't fare the best on morning streams for some reason. I mean, I do like streaming early so that I can, get some energy throughout the day. However, at the same time, though, I still feel very tired from waking up. But, yeah, I just announced the stream, so let's go ahead and enter the mansion. And let me know if the audio quality is weird in any way from my microphone or or game audio. Produced by Novatackle. Novatackle? Novatackle? Ooh, I forgot how to pronounce that. There's going to be a lot of mispronunciations for this first video, but it's been like 4 years. There is a house. That sits beyond dark, dense woods. And I'm restarting from the beginning since it's been a long time since I last played this game, so I don't remember too much. Like the world fading into view after a dream. That old mansion appears before you. Without realizing it. You instinctively accept as truth the events unfolding before you. The house lives in perpetuity, an amalgam of myriad fates and generations. No one knows who first said. That the mansion was cursed. I have to say, this song is beautiful at the beginning. I think it's in French. Planning, script, and direction by Keika Hanada. I think the song's French. I actually cannot tell from audio alone. Art, Moyotaro. Moyotaro. Music, Milokin, Novactical, Gao, Novactical, Yusuke Sutsubi, Tataki Moriya, Aikawa Razuna, Rising Sun Nova, and Tataki's from Sora Tracks? Yeah, Sora Tracks. The House in Fata Morgana. And I think Fata Morgana has a connection to Arthurian legend. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Have mercy on me, O Father. And cast their souls into eternal damnation. And the text box is now below. Oh, that's a little hard for me to... Wait, can I turn up the brightness of that? No, hold on. That's a little bit hard for me to read. Hold on. That's a bit awkward. Hold on. Oh. What did I do there? Wait, how did I do that? Wait, what the hell? Wait, what button did I press? Oh, crap. What button did I press? Okay, there we go. Wait, is that right click? What did I click? Oh, was it mouse wheel? Oh, mouse wheel. Oh, okay. I just want to go to settings. Hold on. I can't go to settings right here? What? Hold on. That's just a little hard for me to read. Well, I guess I'm gonna go with this right now. Like, I can kind of see the text, but that's actually really hard for me to see. I was looking down upon a corpse. My own corpse. I was afflicted with great despair at the sight of it being dragged to the place of my crucifixion. My soul crumbled, and I was wholly extinguished. Indeed, I did once lose everything. However, as I faded into darkness everlasting, I heard a voice calling out to me. And so, I vowed once more that no matter how long it may take, how great the obstacles that stand in my way, or what form you may assume, I shall come back for you. That I must return to that house. So I ask of you, please wait until this mutilated body arrives there once more. Oh my god. Oh god. Is the text gonna be like this the whole time? Oh no. Hold on. Hold on. Before we continue, I need to see if I can brighten the text up a little bit. Hold on. House in Fata Morgana controls. I completely forgot how dim the text is in this game. Hold on. How do I get to... Oh, there we go. Okay, so you scroll your mouse to the bottom right corner of the screen. Okay. Configuration. Scene text display rate. That's just 20 milliseconds per character. Auto mode, page turn display. No. Oh. There's no brightness setting. Well, that's not great for me. I'm just gonna turn up my screen brightness. That may be the best option for me. I'm gonna turn up my display brightness. Alright. Graphics. Sorry for me doing a little bit of tech configuration during the beginning of the stream. It is really hard for me to see this game for some reason. Okay. Okay. I don't know if people on stream are seeing what I'm doing in terms of fixing up my screen brightness. I have no clue that anyone can see this. Okay. Okay. It's a bit brighter on my computer now. Yeah, my computer's a bit brighter, but it's still going to be a difficult game for me to read the text of. I completely did not realize that the text was going to be a very weird blue color. Yeah, I did not realize it was going to be like this weird blue color for the text. Oh, God. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting read. I'm going to set up my... I don't need the flashlight on my phone, but I need to lean into my screen, actually. For context, for those who don't know, I am basically having astigmatism in my eye where dark shades are hard for me to look at. Sorry for hitting the mic. Your consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, was slowly drawn back to the surface. I think no. Does that say tur or tor? Oh my god. With each new breath, feeling gradually return to your fingers. Master. You could hear the pattering of rain from somewhere. Master. And the sound of a crackling fire. Wake up, Master. Creak, creak, creak. Wake up. When you came to, you were rocking back and forth in a rocking chair. The room was dimly lit. Aside from the flickering of the fireplace, there was no other illumination. No light shone through the closed windows. There was only the pitter-patter of rain on the glass. It was as though the whole mansion had been enveloped in darkness. Oh, splendid. Really splendid. Can we have text like this for the rest of the game? This is perfect. This is actually perfect. Can we have text this color? Because the gray or blue text, I don't know if it's gray or blue. The dark text on the dark text box, I cannot see that at all. You have finally awoken. No, go back to the other color. Go back to the other color. Someone called out to you. You were about to search the room, but that turned out to be unnecessary. The source of the voice was crouching beside the chair, looking up at you with emerald eyes. The maid. Good morning, Master. Good morning. Oh, that's my option. Okay. I'm gonna say good morning. The maid's nice. What's the matter? Are you still waking up? You seem rather drowsy. Come now. You must gather yourself. Though I am glad to hear your voice. I have simply been waiting so long for this moment. Tending to the mansion all by my lonesome, ensuring it was ready for your return, whatever that time may be. When I caught sight of you through the window, my heart fluttered. The time had finally arrived. You were perplexed. This woman, who looked like a maid, seemed to know you, but you had no memory of her. What kind of herbal tea would you like to start your day with? I have some wonderful chamomile leaves, if you will like. Chamomile? Chamomile? Oh wait, is it chamomile or chamomile? Is it chamomile or chamomile? Hold on. How do you pronounce this word again? Chamomile, chamomile. I think I did this the last time I played this game. I think I did this the last time. Hold on. Chamomile or chamomile? I thought it was chamomile, but I might be right. Chamomile?
Chamomile.
Chamomile? That's the American pronunciation?
Chamomile.
Chamomile. So it's chamomile in both the American and British pronunciations? Chamomile? Chamomile. Why is there an H in that? Why is there a cha in that? Chamomile. Chamomile. Okay. Mo-mile kind of makes sense, even though it could be or it could be mo-mi-le. Momile. So, chamomile. Do not pronounce the cha. Chamomile. That is spelled so wrong. That is spelled so wrong. Why is there a silent H? Why is there a silent H? That is so stupid. Or perhaps your tastes have changed since we last met. Tell me, master, what would you like? I beg your pardon? I allowed myself to get too excited. But I hope you'll be sympathetic, master. I am just utterly elated that I could see you again. The woman appeared to be genuinely delighted that you had awoken, but she seemed to lack the energy typical of her age. Or perhaps life was a more appropriate word than energy. But the gloom extended beyond the maid. It seemed to encompass the entire mansion. The plaster walls illuminated by the fireplace and rose engravings in the ebony pillars felt vaguely familiar. But a crushing sense of claustrophobia overpowered that familiarity. It seemed as though the house wasn't interested in accepting you just yet. Oh my. You do not know who I am. Do you not know who you are either? That is quite the predicament. If you cannot remember who you are, then who am I to serve? The woman's face was pale, almost as though she... A faint chill ran down your spine. You are the master of this house, though it would seem you have no memories of such. Quite the dilemma. If you know not who you are, then you are no different than a stranger to me, no? Indeed, you have returned. But from where? That I cannot say. Then how about this? I am a servant of this mansion, and as such, I am familiar with the many incidents that have taken place here. I shall show you the history of this house, master. I will surely allow you to recall who you are. The freshly awakened gears in your head began to turn as you mulled things over. The maid called you the master of this house. But without a single mirror in the room, you had no way of seeing what you looked like. Unable to decide, you reflexively nodded. Let us be off then. And fear not. I merely entreat you not to let go of my hand. Should you hold it tightly, you need not worry about being washed away by the waves of history. No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. And... Wow, someone on Twitch is offering me the best viewers on some shady website. Hold on a second. I don't want the best viewers. I want the worst viewers. I want the worst viewers. Hold on. Let me deal with that real quick. Alright, for trying to share me the best viewers on your website, I submitted a report on you. Also, hold on, what do I do about that? I can't do anything about the comment, but for, you know, suggesting that I get best viewers, I'm gonna go ahead and say on Twitch, you have been blocked on my chat. I'm sorry to say, but you should not offer me best viewers. You should offer me worst viewers. Shame on you. Shame on you. I want worst viewers on Twitch, not best viewers. Let's get back to the game. Your hand in hers, you followed the maid's lead through the hall. The air within the mansion was oppressive, as though a black miasma hovered within. The house was bleak and barren, hardly a trace of color to be found. You came across an open window. Beyond it lay nothing but darkness. Neither sunlight nor moonlight could be seen. There were no chirping birds, no rustling grass, no signs of life at all. Everything that would normally give color to the world had vanished entirely. The only other presence was that of the maid. Following her lead, you proceeded through the mansion. After some time, you arrive at a double door, the glass within shattered. The door, once pure white, had long since faded into a dull gray. It appeared to lead to the back garden. You could hear children laughing on the other side. Though as in the state you now see it, a beautiful, beautiful garden once lay beyond these doors. The owner of the time enjoyed gathering rare species of rose from all across the world. At its grandest, it seemed every flower was in constant competition for the most majestic bloom. We like to see this wonderful era of splendor and prosperity, no? I very much hope it is to your liking, master. The maid opened the doors to the back garden. A sudden gust of wind brushed across your face, forcing you to close your eyes as you followed the maid out the doors. When you next opened your eyes, the world was no longer blanketed in shadows. And we're off to the first tale of many of this game. I think this is the one about the siblings, right? The first door. Yeah, I think this is the one about the siblings. 1603. Yeah, I think this is the one about the siblings. Move the cursor to the bottom right corner of the screen to display the in-game menu. You can save and load your progress and change the game settings there. Yep, I knew that. I discovered that at the beginning of the stream. Is the text going to be... Oh, why is the text blue? Oh, it's so hard to see. The mansion had an alluring air of beauty about it in that era. It was almost like something out of a fairy tale. This period of history could perhaps be described as a sympathy of destruction, as cumbersome principles of old came crashing down. Freed from the day-to-day oppression of these antiquated precepts, the people seemed to hark back to the more poetic, expressive ways of old. This song haunts my dreams. This song haunts my dreams. They took these newly blossoming emotions in hand, and with them they wrote literature, painted portraits, composed theater, and found love. Even the church, which had maintained authority throughout the Middle Ages, embraced the changing times, adopting the culture's flowering sense of aesthetic. War would break out not 20 years from then, plucking the ripened era from the tree of history, but that is no concern to us now. What? War was in 1624. Hold on. What was the war in 1624? War in 1624. Hold on. What was the war that was in 1624? Is it referring to the 30 Years' War? Wait, is this the 30 Years' War it's talking about? Or is it regarding the Siege of Breda, which was during the 80 Years' War? Huh. Yeah, so there's like literally like 3 different wars going on at the same time. This is like in the Netherlands as well, the Siege of Breda. It's part of the 80 Years' War, the Anglo-Spanish War, and the 30 Years' War. I'm not for sure what war this is referring to, but there was a lot of war in Europe in the 1600s. At the time, it was still what people refer to as the Golden Age, a period of furor for all who were there. The garden. Now, let us take a slight detour. No, we will not be changing locations. This is a tale about the mansion, from beginning to end. We will, however, be moving through time. Say, about 8 years into the past. A very wealthy family lived in the house then. The mother and father, brother and sister had all distinctive, beautiful flaxen hair. I was always enamored by their hair. By contrast, mine is the color of a wet crow. See, there I am, standing around, looking rather a fool. I was happy back then. And what reason did I have not to be, afforded the opportunity to attend such a beautiful home? So I poured my heart into serving that family. Listen closely if you would. That soft, fleeting sound that could only be a young girl singing. Can you hear it? Yes. I can hear the girl singing. I'm gonna assume that the song playing in the background is just her singing. The girl you see, cheerfully picking crimson roses and singing like a songbird, was called Nellie. I remember Nellie. She really loved her brother. She really loves her brother. Though young, she sang with elegance. Nellie was deeply fond of the house's garden, and she would often spend her afternoons there. Gorgeous roses gathered from all across the world bloomed in the garden. They were given the utmost care, and even had their thorns removed, so young Nellie would not hurt herself naturally. The light brown-haired girl carefully plucked petals from the roses, gathering them up as she sang. Her voice was like music played by fairies. Nay, the sight of her was like an angel descended from heaven. Oh dear, please don't look at me like that. I admit I was being rather fanciful. But what is a woman if not fanciful? Yeah, no, the song in the background, she's singing. Okay, I feel like this dialogue is, important, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say it rather than sing it, because I don't want to sing. Little bird, singing night and day, for your little birdie heart, sing your woes away. Pretty flowers all around the little birds. And even when the sun comes up, oh, dearest Mel, I forgot what comes next. Are you listening? Nellie was, as a matter of fact, not the only visitor to the rose garden that day. She always came with her older brother, Mel. The young siblings were inseparable. Mel adored his little sister, who in turn pined for his attention. The sight of the two innocent children cuddling together, not yet shackled by fear for the future, was truly heartwarming. That day, Mel was sitting in the shade of a tree reading a book. As I am sure you are aware, in their time, books could not yet be mass-produced. What was he reading had been copied by a scribe. I presume he had borrowed it from the church. The book, having passed through many hands over many years, was visibly worn, but I suppose that just speaks to its importance. You know, I was gonna say, I have touched books from the 1600s before, and every time I have to wear gloves. Like, every time I touch a book from the 1600s, I wear gloves, because it's so terrifying for, the book to start, crumbling on your hand, especially the cover, because they're so old. I forgot what kind of texture it was. It's like a leathery texture for, like, the covers, but the pages itself are very musty sometimes, depending on how well maintained they are. I'm thinking back to my experience working at a restoration project for a library, since we were going through someone's old book collection, and this person had a lot of books from multiple centuries. Like, not as many from the 1600s, but there were a few books from the 1600s I was able to touch, as well as 1500s. The books from the 1500s were only even more scary to touch, because they were even rarer and more, more falling apart on my hands. It was, in fact, a Latin grammar textbook he was reading. Mel was a clever boy. He had attended church from a very young age, where a priest would instruct him in Latin grammar. So at that time, I believed he was capable of reading even advanced text. Oh, dearest Mel, please. The young girl approached her brother, who was consumed by the text. In her hands, she carried a large pile of rose petals. Though his sister's shadow overlapped with the trees, the boys still did not notice. So Nellie puffed her cheeks, thrust out her slender arms, and let the petals fall. Ah! Look, your head's covered in roses, Mel. Oh, Nellie, you got the petals on the book. This isn't mine, so I can't afford it to let it get dirty. It's your fault, dearest Mel. I tried to get your attention. And besides, flowers won't get a book dirty. What about the dirt? Like, did you think about the dirt? I must raise a white flag. When did my little lady find herself such a sharp wit? While waiting for you, dearest Mel. I waited, and he didn't so much as glance at me. I'll be an adult by the time you're done reading that book. Wow, that's soon? That's soon. Mother says girls grow up fast. She may be right. In that case, we should do something before you're all grown up. Surely you won't play with me any longer when you become an adult. That's not true. I'll still play with you, even when I'm grown up. But grown-ups don't play, Nellie. Fine! I'll stay a child forever then. Didn't you just say you were about to grow up? You're mean, Mal. I'm sorry. Please don't pout, my little lady. How about this? To make it up to you, I'll play whatever you want today. Really? Do you mean it? I want to play make-believe. Make-believe? Make-believe. I'll be a princess taken captive by an evil kingdom, and you, dearest Mel, will be my valiant knight. And then you will turn into a prince when you rescue me. A knight can become a prince? Impressive. They can! Knights and princes both have to be charming, so of course they can. Which is why it must be you, dearest Mel. No one else can be my prince, or my knight. While he may have appeared outwardly embarrassed as his rose-cheeked sister proclaimed prattlingly, I am certain he was smiling on the inside. After a few moments, he meekly knelt, bringing himself to eye level with Nellie, and gently stroking her soft hair. Alright then. You're my princess, Nellie. And not just anyone's princess, dearest Mel, but yours alone. So, don't be anyone else's prince but mine, okay? Nellie. Jeez. My princess is quite the fawner. Is that bad? Does that make you dislike me? Not at all. I'm proud to have you as my sister, Nellie. You mean more to me than anything in the world, my dear princess. I love you, dearest Mel. You will always be my prince forever and ever. As someone who knows what's going to happen in their future. Her mood quite improved. Nellie began humming the melody of the song she had forgotten the lyrics to. Holding the skirt of her dress out from her body, the young girl pranced about the rose garden. Mel, his eyes on her back, gave a little shrug. Oh, Nellie. Don't come crying to me if you trip running like that. But Mel was not entirely disapproving of his sister's excitement. He carefully brushed aside the petals on his book, set it in the shade of the tree, and began chasing after Nellie. They were picturesque siblings, brimming with hope. And at this time in their lives, there was nothing to jeopardize that hope. Would it not be wonderful if children could stay children forever, Master? As I see it, though the pleasant, gentle times in our life have value because they come to an end. Wouldn't you agree? Time continues to flow, impartial and without exception. And as such, everyone's childhood comes to an end. I'm gonna give Mel and Nellie a few more minutes of being children as I run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Now it's time to grow up, Mel and Nellie. Be that as it may, does time also flow at the same speed for each individual? Now, let us take a trip down the river of time. I would be very much delighted if we could remain at this point of time, but unfortunately, we cannot. Please, do not let go of my hand, Master. Alright, 8 years later. Time to grow up, Mel and Nellie. I'll be on my way then. Oh, you usually stay for longer. Yes, I have an errand to run today. Thank you for your time, as always. Would you like the book back sometime next week? Next week, or the week after. Hold on to it as long as you like. But surely, there are others who want to use it. Not as sharp as you, Mel. Put yourself in my shoes, and you will understand. I want to give you any advantage you can get. Oh, do you not believe me? No, I believe you, Father. And I mean to do whatever I can not to disappoint you. That's the spirit. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'm proud to have you as my pupil. Ah, yes, and Mel, do consider what we were talking about. Going to university? Indeed. If you do, I can introduce you to some accomplished instructors. There is very little left for me to teach you, and I believe you'll make a fine priest. It's an honorable thing, Mel, to devote yourself to the service of our Lord. I'll give it some thought. If you excuse me, then. I'll see you again. Our doors are always open. Farewell. Whether it's in the service of God or the service of the church, it is an honorable profession. But theology, I wouldn't mind attending university, but I'm not sure. I like to do something different, something more befitting of the times. As for what, though, I'm stumped. But I need to make up my mind soon. If I drag my feet for too long, even my father is liable to grow impatient. Mercy me. Young sire, bless Shire, young Shire, alms. Alms for the poor. Ah, this beggar. If I'm not mistaken, he's been outside the church since last week? Alms. The way he shakes his head, I can get a glimpse of his forehead under his hood. He's completely bald. Buy yourself some bread with this. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless your soul. Thanks. The Lord. Oh no! Now he's going to be cross if I don't hurry home. Curses! And it looks like it's going to rain. Master? Master? Oh, thank goodness. You appear to have a firm grasp on your consciousness. I was afraid you had accidentally let go of my hand. Now, Master, this is a period of time I truly wish to show you. The boy reading in the rose garden was now a fine young man. Nonetheless, he still bore the same gentle eyes as before, and he would from time to time show remnants of that innocent young boy. He was, in his own mind, still making the transition into adulthood, I suspect. Mel frequently visited the church, on Sundays to participate in Mass, of course, but more often to be tutored by the priest. In addition, he also attended a private school run by an eminent Marquise. Though it was not a school where students had desks and sat in rows. They studied at the Marquise estate. Secondary and higher education was not the same as it is today, and Mel was considering university. The priest wanted to recruit him to the church, but Mel was having difficulty deciding on what he should do. That he had such a choice is envious, is it not? Good afternoon. I'm here to pick up my order. Is it ready? Aye, ready and waiting, young Master Rhodes. Oh, don't call me young master, please. I beg your pardon. Can't seem to get it out of the past. Me head out of the past. Your order's right here, sir. Mel had stopped at a jewelry store in the center of town on his way back from the church. The building was both a workshop and a storefront, and the nobles of the area were deeply fond of Master's wares. He was so skilled, even the royal family had commissioned work from him. As a matter of fact, the wooden sign out front was engraved with a replica of a piece of his jewelry, said to be on display in the palace. I'm also going to get a drink of Gatorade real quick. As artistry flourished in this golden age, a number of shops selling luxurious items such as jewelry rose in kind. However, the clientele of these shops comprised a very narrow range of people. May I have a look? Of course, of course. Good. It came out just as I hoped. Splendid work. Can't afford to disappoint a loyal customer like yourself. An admirable work ethic. I'm sure she would love it. Such a kind lad, young master. My boy back home could do well to learn a thing from or two from you. Every man ought to show women some cordiality. Cordiality. Coming home to a cold fireplace is a sad thing indeed. Again, please don't call me young master. My apologies. I'll take this and be on my way then. Good day. If you find yourself in need of aught else, just let me know. I can make any jewel you ask for. Come to me and your sweethearts will be sure as made. And I guarantee the two of you will have all sorts of fun when you give it to her. But please, I don't have a sweetheart. Ugh, well, that's a surprise. I'm sure many girls are vying to get your hand too. Yup, Mr. Rhodes. A fine family, good looks, charming, and your future's all but... I'll be on my way then. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Good day. Come by again anytime. Goodness. Maybe I'll say I want to study abroad or something. Patient as my father may be, that will certainly anger him. I can hear it now. You're wasting your God-given talents, boy. I can renounce my name and rank, go somewhere far away. That sounds like the kind of plan Nellie will come up with. Going back to the rose garden. As he drew closer to the mansion, the rich fragrance of roses grew more prominent. Over time, this distinctive scent had led visitors to refer to the house as Rose Manor. It was also probably a play on the Flaxen Hair's family last name, Rhodes, which you heard the owner of the jewelry store say just moments earlier. The mansion looked quite different than it does now, no? No thickets of ivy covering the walls, and no rotten, broken doors to be found. I wonder what the Rhodes family would think if they saw the house in its present tragic condition. The sight of their abundantly blooming roses, a veritable symbol of prosperity, long since withered and turned into soil. My apologies. I got a little sentimental there. Let us forget, for a moment, about our own time. I suppose I stayed out a little too long. Oh well. The sun shines high in the day. I'm sure it's... Huh? Dearest Mel! What took you so long? Wherever have you been? I've been waiting forever! Nellie? You're not in the house? Nope! You have taken so long I decided to wait by the gate. But you didn't even notice me. At all! Is that any way to treat a lady? All that studying has got your head stuck up in the clouds. No, it hasn't really. That was... I was not even going for an accent there. That was really accident right there. My bad. No, it hasn't really. Also, you're heavy. Could you please get off my back? Heavy? I've been gradually reducing the amount of sweets I eat, and I love sweets to maintain my figure for a new dress, and you call me heavy? I didn't catch that. Were you saying a tongue twister? Tongue twister. You're such a dimwit, Mel! Jerk, blockhead, weakling! And obnoxious to boot. Whatever happened to the delightful little girl who was once my sister? She'd probably throw a fit if I said that out loud. Should you really be outside, Nellie? You are the star of today's event. It's fine. They can call it a birthday party, but I know it's just about fraternizing. It's obvious what Father's true motives are. He'll be gathering a bunch of boys from good families to look for someone to marry me off to. Ugh! I have no interest in that at all! Don't be like that, Nelly. They're all here for you. At least enjoy what you can of the party. Ugh. I guess, and besides, it's not completely terrible. Look at this, dearest Mal. What do you think? What do I think? About what? About what? Mel! My new dress! It arrived! I'm wearing it! How can you not notice? I did notice it. I did notice it was something I haven't seen before. But you have so many dresses, Nelly, so... But this is the dress I made just for today! Look at the colors! They're so pretty! It's the work of a renowned dyer. And this belt is just lovely. You see how it comes together to form a butterfly? Oh. Oh, I am just absolutely in love with it. I think I'll be wearing this dress for a while to come. So tell me, what do you think? Does it look good on me? Yeah, it does. It's pretty. In some ways, I guess she's still a delightful little girl. Oh, dearest Mel, I love you! Whoa! Don't jump up on me like that. Ah! Oh my, you dropped something. And what have we here? Wait, hold on, no! You can't have that yet. Is it a present? Give it back. I was gonna save that to you later. I was gonna give that to you later. I knew it! It's for me! And what just could it be? Hey, don't open it! What's the big deal? It's going to be mine soon anyway, isn't it? Oh, I love it! A rose necklace! And this design, it's from the jewel the royal family uses. Oh, my dearest Mal. You had this made just for me? Oh, jeez. It defeats the purpose if you open it before the party. Happiness is always better sooner than later, Mal. I think I'll put it on right away. There. How does it look? Oh, she's even wearing it right now. It's kind of like a choker. It's a necklace, but it looks like a choker. It looks lovely. My prince is still the sweetest in all the land. Don't make such weird noises. Oh, but why not? A prince always knows exactly what his princess wants. And this princess wanted some rose jewelry to go with her new dress. Understand? Jeez. I sure don't have it easy playing your prince, Nelly. It might be about time you found a new one. A prince is a prince because you just can't find one standing on the street corner. If you want to retire, dearest Mel, you're going to have to wait another 10 years. That's a long time. Or, if you find yourself a new princess, I'm not so... You're about as romantic as a rock, dearest Mel. But worry not, your adorable little sister will always be your princess. No. 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 Nelly, shut up. Shut the hell up, Nelly. Shut up. What more could you want? Are you really allowed to be the judge of that? I mean more to you than any other girl in the world, do I not? Then that makes me your perfect princess. Hey! What was with that laugh and it'll be over soon laugh? always telling me I mean more than anyone to you. Yes, you do. More than anyone in the world, my beloved baby sister. I'll take good care of the necklace. Thank you, my dearest Mal. Well, if you're happy with it, then so am I. You're very welcome. Now, back into the house with you. Can't have a party without the guest of honor. Do you know if anyone else is here yet? Nope. I imagine they'll be here soon, though. Were you down at the church again today, Mel? Yeah, there was something I didn't know how to translate, so I went to look it up. Wow, so diligent. I can't say I really like the priest there, personally. Actually, I kind of feel the same way. What? Really? Why? Well, you know, I have my reasons. So even you don't always like the priest, huh? Let's skip mass on Sunday then. Isn't that sacrilegious? I don't know, like, I believe they're like Christian or something, so isn't that like sacrilegious to Christians? We can go play. No skipping church. As grew the brother, so too the sister. That day, Nellie would be turning 14, and Mel, 3 years her senior, was 17. You saw with your own eyes, so you know how much she has changed. She was always a cute little girl, and she grew into an even more beautiful young woman. Though she was only 14, she was well on her way to becoming a fine lady. As for her character, well... But a girl like that has her own charms, would you not say? Drifting down the river of time, the two siblings matured into healthy young adults, but the core of their relationship did not change in the slightest. Nellie was very much attached to her brother, and as much as Nell complained, he still cared deeply for his sister. Around the same time the sun began to set, carriages started lining up outside, as well-dressed aristocrats made their way. Carriages started lining up outside, as well-dressed aristocrats made their way into the house. As Nellie had suspected, the majority of them were boys. Yes, I understand. You don't need to say anything more. Sorry for hitting the mic. Rose Manor, right? Okay, we'll go together. Me? Alone? No, please don't make me. The inhabitants of Rose Manor are surely living quite contented lives. I'm sure they don't remember a thing. The house in Fata Morgana. Now, like I said at the beginning of the stream, this was meant to be a bit of a shorter stream today, since I do have to read every character myself, and I'm choosing to do character voices, so I am definitely... Oh, wait. Oh, these were my old save files from 2021. Oh my god. These are my old save files from 2021. I'm not gonna overwrite these. Fuck no. Yes, I'm saving Nellie Rhodes on save slot 9. Save slot 9. 9 is for Nellie Rose. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so awesome. I didn't know that Steam saved my old save files from my old computer to my new one. Oh wait, cloud saving. Steam has cloud saving, so if anyone does not know how Steam works, whenever you make a save file on Steam, it's not just locally onto your device. It saves on your Steam cloud, which is included with the games that you buy on Steam. So, whenever I saved a file on my old laptop in 2021, it came over to my new computer, new desktop, 4 years later in 2025 because of the Steam cloud. That is so cool! Oh my god. I kind of forgot that Steam could do some cool things sometimes. Like, I do know that the Steam Deck is really cool in itself, and I have been considering getting one. However, I mainly play games on my desktop. Like, I don't really do a lot of portable gaming. Actually, the only time I really game nowadays is whenever I'm making a video or whenever I'm live streaming. So I don't really play video games outside of streaming. As sad as that is to say, I don't really play a lot of games, outside of the ones that I record myself playing, because I have a lot of fun recording me play video games because I want to share my reactions to people. I don't know, it's like a weird thing that I like doing, even though sometimes for work, when I'm doing research for a game for another project I'm working on, I don't typically record it, though I at times think, I feel like I should like share some of my thoughts while playing some games, to the public. But yes, that is all I'm going to be doing for the house in Fata Morgana today. I could read the next chapter technically, however, I don't want to exhaust my voice right now. Once I get more used to playing this game, as well as like streaming more frequently, I will probably be doing longer streams of the house in Fata Morgana, but at least for today, so that I don't exhaust my voice, since I do have other things I need to do today, as well as a stream of Silent Hill F later tonight, I'm going to elect to end the stream right now so that I can, save some energy. I'm doing 2 streams in one day, which is not going to typically happen on this channel. However, for this week, I was able to find time to do 2 streams in one day, so yeah. I'd like to thank you all for watching today's stream. If you have any suggestions on, ways to, better my reading habits of the House in Fata Morgana so I can have longer streams, please let me know. And yeah, I'm excited to get back into this game and actually finish it this time, because I only got through to like chapter 2 the last time I was playing this. So I do want to play a bit more of this game this time around and maybe actually complete it. I have completed Umineko. I did complete Umineko, so I feel like I could complete the house in Fata Morgana. It doesn't seem like it's going to be as long as a game to play. However, at the same time, I'll have to see, how long it, truly takes me, because we all know how slow I am on, getting to old games that I used to play. But yes, thank you all for watching today's stream, and